is a perfect example of my mother falsely believing that I'm at her beck and call. Okay? I just take her to the bathroom. The show is on. Okay? Like Entertainment Tonight or something or other. Whatever, it doesn't matter. The fact is, it doesn't matter what it is. I just taken her to the bathroom. And I won't, and while we only have one TV, I've wisely not allowed her to have the remote control. Once we have a second TV, in case she fucks up the primary TV in the living room, I'll let her have the remote control, okay? We've only been here 3 weeks. It's not like we've been here a long, long time, okay? What do you want to watch? I want to watch Charmed. We can get that on demand for free through one of those third parties, Just as an aside, yeah, she likes the show Charmed, and yet she's a self-proclaimed, vehemently, Christian and whatnot. But whatever, doesn't matter. She likes Charmed, and I can have her watch it on demand and entertain her while I do my own shit. Okay. And then she's like, no, I'd rather watch this and then I'll watch Charmed. Within seconds after, I was here seconds, and it's, Laura, can you put, no, I'm not at your fucking beck and call, okay? For all you know, I'm taking a dump in the bathroom. You decide, and I'm not at your fucking beck and call, which is why I don't want her to have the whistle. She'll abuse it. If she, and I also told you can't blast your music or the TV, especially now, because you had a nice big dinner that I made, bean noodles and half, slightly more healthier, not really, mayo, olive oil, mayo, and garlic and cayenne and salt with my Equal Exchange organic bean noodles. I did half with the mayonnaise and half with the oil and salt and cayenne, whatever. The fact that I did that and she had desserts and shit, whatever. I'm not at your beck and call. You don't get to decide. You don't know what I'm doing, and you don't get to decide. The minute you decide on one thing, on another thing, that's what she thinks should be the case. Right? We sat outside again for an hour. We met earlier, and we were able to go an entire hour. Yesterday was only 45 minutes because I made the mistake of she had peed, but we have to have her pee right the second before we're going out, like within a couple of minutes or something. Then we last an entire hour, which is nice. And again, I play it as loud as I can on my little mini speaker and my MP3 player, and she's beside me because she can't help herself. I know, talk, whatever, and I'm like, Mom, and periodically I'll say, I'm not listening to one word you say. We're out here for 1 hour. I'm not here to talk to you. I'm here to relax and listen to the music that I'm nice enough to be out here and purchasing and getting for us to listen to. We don't have a rug, and she's constantly, I gave her all her CDs, regrettably, but she keeps fucking around with them and fucking around with them. I also gave her the nightstand from her bedroom. She has all these drawers. She just wants to endlessly drop them. She's just endlessly dropping these CDs. She's breaking them all. I ordered her some extra cases, but she's breaking them all. She's breaking all the cases. It's just insanity. It's just more and more insanity. Leave the fucking CDs alone. You're not doing anything with them. You fuck with them day and night. That's what she does when she decides to get up in the middle of the night and want no sleep and stay up. Constantly dropping them. They're breaking. It's a hard floor throughout this. They're breaking. It's pointless. Leave them the fuck alone. Leave them in the goddamn nightstand. Read. You say you want to read. You want to read your religious stuff. Stop fucking around with your CDs that you keep dropping. I'm not dropping them. You live in La La Land. You're in fantasy land. You are dropping them constantly. here at least I can get us new music. And we sat outside in the nice weather in the hotel in that little patio thing. It was outside, which was nice too, but we had to listen to the same songs over and over and over again. Until one day I snuck upside Joe's, and he doesn't want me wasting time. He doesn't want me. It was because we have to watch out for my mom in his living room, and she'll try to get up on her own, even though she's in a house she doesn't live in and doesn't know anything. She'll still try to get up. Just zero awareness of her own safety. It's just mind-boggling, unfathomable. I'm not going to fall. God won't let me fall. You fell 3 times last week. One of the times you could have been seriously hurt. And the other time, I don't know, because I was sound asleep while you decided to stay up all night on just a few hours sleep in the middle of the night all night long. I don't know what happened then. I technically don't even know what happened in the bathroom, I should fact. I didn't witness it. I never witnessed any serious fall in Massachusetts either. Only got the aftermath of it, you know. But I witnessed near falls where she could have fallen and smashed her head and everything else. Again, and they're not from fainting, they're not from dizziness, they're from carelessness, nonchalance, a blasé attitude. Nothing's going to happen to me. I'm not the age I am. What is all this on me? Why are my arms like this? Because that's how old you are. I'm moles, and she's just obsessed. So, in the hotel, when I got to go to Joe's, I was trying to think quickly what I could buy, because I couldn't rack my brain. Now I can research best songs of the 70s. What were the #1 songs? Play That Funky Music was right up the top of the list. So was Over at Night. Anyhow, so we got Bad Day, Danny Powder, going in alphabetical order here. Band of Gold that I just purchased. Before He Cheats. That's fun to listen to and sing out loud. I just purchased that. Brandy I just purchased. Fill Me Up Buttercup. Trying to find stuff that I like, that she will like, see. While we were inside and I was helping her in the bathroom, I put on You're No Good. We had come back inside after an hour out there. She had to go to the bathroom. But after that, You've Got Another Thing Coming came on, and I apologized to her in the bathroom. Like, Mom, the next song that I'm blessed is not going to be a song you like, you know, but I can't do anything. I'm helping you in the bathroom. I had it playing really loud. December 1963, I bought Does Your Mother Know ABBA? I bought that today. It's worth it. Spend several dollars and get new songs to listen to for that hour. And that we go out there instead of older songs. Get new songs to listen to. Which is fun. At least fun, you know. Holding Out for Here, I already had that on my MP3 play for her from before to play for her, as well as me and Bobby McGee, when I brought my little thing with me when she was in the ICU fighting for her life, and I played those songs for her. Church, my mom was with me, and I said, you know, these are my mom's favorite songs, so I'm going to play them for her, you know. She might not even make it. So you and I have both been repeatedly told. I've been repeatedly told, and you were told today. Hooked on a Feeling. I don't like the original because I don't like that ooh, but da, ooh. I like the B.J. Thomas one. I got that one. Keep on Loving You. I bought that yesterday. Knock on Wood. I bought that the other day, I believe. Or maybe I got that day at Joe's, that I was there using his computer after begging him. Didn't tell him what I was doing. And, but we're in the hotel and I have nothing to do, and it's, I wanted just a few new songs to listen to. I didn't tell him that. Her favorite me about McGee. I was going to get Rose on a Grave by Seal. I didn't. I might end up getting that. I bought 2 songs yesterday, regrettably. Country Roads, Take Me Home, which she normally loves, but she doesn't want to hear home because it reminds her of nursing home, and she has a temper tantrum fit, screaming and yelling if you even say that word. So she doesn't want to hear that song anymore. And then I regrettably got Seasons in the Sun. That's one of the top songs of the 1970s, like one of the very top songs. But when it's talking about death and stuff, I probably shouldn't have gotten it. Play That Funky Music, I got last week, I think. I got Please Come to Boston for her to surprise her today, even though she doesn't deserve it the way she's behaving, but we have to just forget about that. We have to pretend. We have to pretend that I had to call emergency. I had to call 911 in the middle of the night several months ago when my mom was refusing to take her pee pill, and it was with the doctor's knowledge, and it was all noted. It was the doctor's physician assistant who didn't mince words, and like, do you want to die? My mom, I'm not going to die. You never think you're going to die. You fight for your life repeatedly, and you still think nothing bad can happen to you. That's what you call delusion. Speaking of which, I had my bout with insanity. Not unscathed, could never be unscathed, but I came out on the other side, and when it's over, it did seem very, very real at the time. So I'm grateful, it's over, and again, not even close to unscathed, but I at least escaped it. A lot of people are not so lucky. Please Come to Boston. I surprised her with that today because she kept begging me for it, and I don't particularly care for that, but she wanted it, so I got it for her. Seasons in the Sun we're not going to listen to anymore. I will sometime. I accidentally bought a song called Someday from the same group as the Please Come to Boston. We didn't play that song. I don't know if she would like it. I got Staying Alive, and it didn't play loud enough. And don't say, well, that's because it's an old song. No, sometimes from Amazon it's a crapshoot, and it should play louder, and it doesn't. It doesn't. It should play louder, because I've got other old songs, and they just didn't play loud. But again, so what? So I lose $1.29, so what? I would have liked it to play louder. She has it on that AM Gold, I think, or something. No. She has it on the Bee Gees. I see her, one of her CDs. If she hasn't smashed them accidentally. That might be the one that's smashed. I go in there to take her to the bathroom, and her CDs are all over. And they haven't broken, but the cases are broken. Anyway, it didn't play loud enough, but I can play it loud in here on her boombox. Sweet Caroline about yesterday. Keep on Loving You. I bought that yesterday. About Wild World today by Cat Stevens, and found out that I thought Cat Stevens was Cats in the Cradle. Nope. I think that's it. I skipped one. I skipped Keep on Loving You by accident. Does Your Mother Know by ABBA. I bought it. That's an ABBA one I like. I like other ABBAs too, but I'm not buying everything, so I bought that. I played that today. It's fun. Like I said, it's worth it. every time we sit outside. And I don't know, her time could be a freedom or even may be very limited. There's nothing I can do. I milk it. I sit there on my new front porch and play that as loud as I could. She has water next to me on a chair. One of these dining room chairs. We have 3 chairs, and I'm apart from her, so I'm not sitting right next to her. I don't want to sit right next to her because she'll try to talk anyway. I have a buffer, and I blast it, and I can't hear what she's saying. I can hear, and periodically I say, Mom, please be quiet. I'm not listening to you. I want to play this music for 1 hour. I'm not talking to you. But I just want to say, no, you always just want to say one thing. You always just want to say one thing, and then it becomes another thing, another thing. And it needs to be nipped in the bud, okay? I won't sit out here, but luckily I'm able to play it louder than she can speak. So, last night she tormented me. Normally, she at least sleeps, even if it's just a few hours, and then wants to stay up all night, but she's at least slept 3 or 4 hours. Last night she didn't even sleep. Last night she tormented me. You sit there and you're just like, I can't even believe this. Instead of telling her to be quiet, because she doesn't, she gets into these trances, these whatever you want to call it. She won't listen. Mom, please, I'm begging you, if you love me, you'll be quiet. I need to sleep. You need to sleep too, for that matter. And she won't be quiet. She refuses. So last night or this morning actually, because it was 12:30 to 2:30, I fell asleep with her talking, but I drifted in and out of consciousness. I did not sleep good. I did not sleep deeply. And every time I woke up, she was still doing it. And I don't know that she ever slept, because I periodically look at my phone that I have there, and it'd be this time and this time. And I don't know that she ever slept. She might have drifted a little bit, but she woke up and started singing and talking loud again. That's going to be my new strategy. I'm just not going to say anything, because I've found that she doesn't shut up even when I say it, and she wants to get a rise out of me. I'm not going to take the bait. I've decided to not take the bait anymore. Although it's hard, because I just want to start screaming. I'm like, what? I love you more than life itself. If you loved me, you'd let me sleep, and you'd go to sleep, Mom. You're on no sleep. If you loved me, you wouldn't stay up on just a few hours sleep when you're putting your life in danger every time you do that. Your body wants to sleep, and mine, I need to. You're torturing me. That's not love. Actions speak louder than words. But I learned my lesson. It doesn't work when I beg and plead and cry. So I just hoped that she would drift on, but she's not even sleeping. And then the horror, she wanted to get up for the day, and did get up for the day at 3 in the morning. But meanwhile, it's not like she'd slept a few hours and then get up for the day. No, she hadn't slept at all. It's unfathomable. It's unbelievable. It's really just. Unless you've lived it, you can't fathom it. And I wish the people, when she sounds so sane on the phone, sometimes talking to the people back in Massachusetts, or talking to Selena, I don't eavesdrop like for the entire time. I might hear bits and pieces because I live here, especially if she puts it on speaker. I mean, come on. But I'm not sitting there glued to what she's saying, not in her life. But I hear enough. And I wish they could be flies on the wall. Just once. All it would take was one 24-hour period as a fly on the wall, and they would have, including the sister, her sister, would have a newfound respect for me, and a new understanding that I don't fucking exaggerate. I don't exaggerate. I wish I were exaggerating. I don't. I sit there and I'm just in shock at her behavior and attitude, and just, I love you more than life itself. I have a voicemail from her. I love you so fucking goddamn much, but you don't love me. You won't talk to me. All you want to do is talk nonsense. We're out enjoying listening to the music that I'm nice enough to play for us and be out there and put the chairs out in the beautiful weather, and you would never be able to sit out there by yourself, and all you can think is, bitch, and I want a hammock between these trees, and I want this and I want that. See, she's not able to appreciate or enjoy. She just wants more and more and more continuously. Like Joe said, she's a vampire, like a psychological vampire. She wants to drain you dry. Joe experiences that the brief amount of time he's with her in his car. He's driving and she wants to tell him to shut up because she wants to make phone calls. He laughs his ass off and blasts his music louder or talks louder to me in the front seat, and that pisses her off. And then she'll complain about him. I hate him. I want nothing to do with him. You see how he talks to me? Joe doesn't understand. He's why does so-and-so even go along with it? You know? Why do they even talk to her when they know she's talking from the back seat and trying to get us to be quiet in the front seat? Like she just is in charge and in power and it's fucking unfathomable. Yep. I have to count my blessings, lick my wounds, my permanent scars that did not emerge unscathed by any means, and be grateful that I escaped, relatively unscathed, because when I look back on some of it, it could have been far worse outcomes for me. A long time bout with insanity. Bachelor in Paradise is going to be on. I know they won't go watch those Bachelor and Bachelorette. I got sick of them. I would never even want to watch them, really. I used to watch them, but then I watched it with her, when in Rome. But Bachelor in Paradise is different. It's very, very casual. And it has some of your old favorites that you know from before, not just the top ones. And, I might watch it with her. Maybe. Maybe not, because it's hard. There's no couch or chair, and it's hard sitting on this hard chair, even with my... I did watch. I rented on demand for $1 the Mufasa, Lion King, the prequel. I did watch that, but again, it's not as enjoyable as sitting on a nice, comfy chair or couch, or lying down on the couch or whatever, sitting on these hard chairs. And that's going to be my reality if I want TV. Although we are trying to get it hooked up in her bedroom, and I found out that even if it's that the Wi-Fi is not compatible, and they're like, where is that hooked up to your, because she's like, I called today, she's like, I've heard of old TVs, even older than your 15-year-old Samsung Plasma that's been fine. Where's your Wi-Fi? I said, it's right behind, the bedroom is right there. I don't think it's that. But they can do, just like they went through the wall in the basement or whatever and got me internet in here, and there's no way to do it otherwise. They can do the same thing with the TV. So I pay $100 and can have the TV hopefully working. If it's for whatever reason won't work with the Wi-Fi and won't whatever. The second box. That's how Comcast does it to be easier on them. They don't give you 2 main boxes. They have a main box. And we don't want to switch up, because I'd say, well, what about we could switch out the Wi-Fi for the main box in the living room, but we don't want to do that, because then the Wi-Fi will be way further away from this that's controlling, I have it grounded, but it's still a Wi-Fi box, I guess. I guess that's how it works. I don't really know. I just know we need the second TV working. because Joe tried to. We want the second TV working. He was extending an olive branch. He came over because when he wanted to offer to buy a thing at Lowe's to go snake the drain, when I was still mad at him about the whole fiasco of my mom was supposed to be able to take a shower at his house and the suction cup railings that I don't understand how they work and I don't trust them and all that. I said no. He brought over our mail. He brought it whatever, and he's like, oh, no, that's okay. But then when I said in an email the truth, that I do love you, just because I'm furious with you, I'm mad. But I also, more than that, I'm hurt. I don't feel like you really like me. You call me mentally ill all the time. And if I'm so mentally ill, what do you want to be my friend for? Or do you really want to be my friend? I want you to value my friendship, me, like I value you, Joe. And I don't always feel like you do. And it's only going to get worse and worse with my mom. I need you to have the ability to support me emotionally. Not try to fix anything, not try to just be a friend, Being a friend is not just, feeling sorry for somebody and loving them as a person because you want to be a good person or a good Christian or whatever. I want to feel like Joe genuinely values me as his friend and needs me like I need him. I don't know that that's ever going to happen because I'm too fucking needy and Bed at 11:30, up for day at 3:30 equals potential danger for her and eternal heartbreak for me. She refused to go back to bed, and I can't ever force her to do so. Kind male cop agreed with me last time. She fell from doing the same thing she did at 3:30 at this a.m. That was on Wednesday. She fell again. I had to call 911 again. She can't get up for day at 3 a.m. after going to bed at midnight. She's again okay, but her luck will eventually run out. That was last Saturday. I have to sleep to function and not to hospitalize myself. Then last Saturday, Joe and I are no longer friends. Luckily, that didn't last long. Did you think it would? It could have. He made the first move. I didn't. I wouldn't. Because I'm the one. I don't want to have to beg him to do. I don't want to beg. Would I have been able to function in this? No, he still would have had to help a little bit. And like I said, you still should have let my mom bathe in your shower, even if we hate each other, which we don't hate, but just even if I was mad, even if we weren't friends, and he knows I'm all over the place though. I'm emotional, I'm in fucking continuous emotional turmoil. Understandably, she's just unbelievably, she's out of fucking control.